17 weeks have been completed. There's just 1 week of picks left to make, and we're going to do that right now. Well, welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm Walk2K99. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch these videos. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. If you're returning, please like. I appreciate all your support. So this is our last week of regular season NFL confidence picks. We're going to pick every game 16 through 1. 16 the game we've got the most confidence in, and 1 point the game we've got the least confidence in. And we don't pick against the spread. We pick winners. And you know what? They say that the two hardest weeks to predict every season are week 1 and week 17. Well, we're going to find out just how that's going to go. But before we do that, let's take a look at how we did last week in week 17. And record-wise, we did quite well. We went 11-4. Of course, the Cincinnati-Buffalo game has been canceled, so it's based off 15 games. But we got 11 correct. Out of a possible 120 points, we got 94. That is pretty darn good. We have a season record of 166 wins and 87 losses. And for total points, we have accumulated 1,368 out of 1,916. And for our percentage bracket, we took a little tick up. We went up 0.4 percentage points. We are in the 94.2 percentage bracket. I think my goal for this week is to get to the 95% bracket. If I can finish the season 95 or higher, I'm going to feel pretty good about that. And I'll tell you one thing I've learned with these picks. It's not about how many games you get right. It's about knowing how to assign the confidence ratings. Because I look at some of the leaders, some of the best players, and my record is not far off from them. It's just that they're not getting, 15 or 14 point losses, which I have done a time or two this season. So that's what's really pivotal. All right, let's make our picks. So my number 16 game, the game I've got the most confidence in, is the Arizona Cardinals against the San Francisco 49ers. Do you really need me to spend much time on this? Well, I'll spend a minute on it. The Cardinals are playing David Blau, or Blow, however you pronounce his name. No DeAndre Hopkins at wide receiver. The Niners can't stop winning. They've taken 9 in a row. They still have a chance to get the top seed in the NFC. This is Niners all day long. Plus, they're at home. Not that hard. Number 15, the NFC North. The Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. The Vikings are no longer playing for the top seed, but for Chicago is the immortal Nathan Peterman at quarterback, who's a great reminder that Zach Wilson is not the worst quarterback in the NFL. Chicago has lost 9 straight, so I'm going the other way. I think Dalvin Cook has a big game. I feel like he's had kind of a quiet season. I say the Vikings win and secure that second seed in the playoffs. Number 14, the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Commentators. Washington went from controlling their destiny 2 weeks ago to being eliminated. It is really unbelievable what happened. The Cowboys have the extra rest. They still have a shot of winning the NFC East and even getting the 1 seed. It's really amazing. Dak Prescott's looking pretty good. He's completed more than 70% of his passes the last 3 weeks. He's thrown a few more interceptions than what you prefer, but on the other side of the field, you've got rookie Sam Howell starting at quarterback for Washington. Yeah, I'll take Dallas in that one, and I still say it's going to be that Tampa Bay-Dallas first-round game that we've been talking about for 2 months. Number 13, we're going to talk about a Saturday game, the Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars for the AFC South Championship. To use a cliche, it really is 2 ships passing in the night. The Jaguars are headed to, and those ships, figuratively speaking, are heading to the Caribbean, and the Titans are heading for an iceberg. It's just the way it is. The Titans are losers of 5 straight, just like the Jets, just like the Dolphins. You've got Trevor Lawrence against Josh Dobbs at quarterback. I know Derrick Henry is going to play this game, and he had a week to rest, but Jacksonville is allowing just 75 rushing yards per game. This is all set up for Jacksonville, plus they're at home. Yeah, this is not going to be a good finish for Tennessee. Number 12, I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs at the Vegas Raiders. The other Saturday game, give me Kansas City. The Chiefs are playing for the top seed in the AFC. It would be their third in 5 years. Now, they have been struggling to beat good teams lately, and Jarrett Stidham, he's shown you a little bit of toughness, a little bit of chutzpah last week against that aforementioned Niners defense. I think the Raiders hang, but the Chiefs will take it against the subpar Raider defense, and they get that top seed. All right, number 11, the Patriots at the Bills. You know what? I went back and forth on this a little bit, but the Bills are playing for seeding. The Patriots need to win to clinch their playoff spot. I think this is a game where the Bills either come out guns a-blazing or they come out in a malaise. And after what happened to their teammate, I'm thinking, and his recovery, thank goodness that it's happening, I think Buffalo comes out with all the confidence and they win this game for him. I think they win it for Hamlin. I just don't think New England can move that ball consistently enough against the Buffalo defense, and the Patriots are going to have to back their way into the AFC playoffs. Number 10, the New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles get another shot at securing the 1 seed in the NFC. The Giants, they can't move up, they can't move down. They are the 6th seed in the NFC playoffs. The talk right now is they're going to play their starters. Well, we'll see how much they do that. Jalen Hurts should be back for Philadelphia, and that's the difference anyway. Philadelphia wins. They get the 1 seed. Number 9, the LA Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. I got to tell you, I think it's going to be Seattle winning, but I hope it's the Rams winning because if that happens, that Green Bay-Detroit game is going to be for a playoff spot. But I'm going to pick Seattle. They need a win, and they need a Detroit win over Green Bay to make the playoffs. I think Kenneth Walker has a very good day against the beat-up LA defense, and Baker Mayfield has not played very well on the road. He has averaged 121 passing yards per game in those 2 starts. Number 8, the Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, we thought this game was going to be for the AFC North, but it is not for the division anymore. The Bengals have secured it. They will have the better win percentage. Now, the Bengals are coming off a suspended game, so they have a little less wear and tear on their body maybe, but maybe it's affected their preparation for this game. Kind of hard to predict that, but I like Zach Taylor as a coach. I think he'll have them ready. Plus, Baltimore will not have Lamar Jackson again for this game, and even if he was available, I think Baltimore does not have the firepower to keep up with that Cincinnati offense. So give me the Bengals in that game. Number 7, the Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints. Well, both these teams are finished. The Saints have won 3 straight against Carolina, and they've looked good the last 2 weeks, especially on defense. Beating Philadelphia was quite the upset. Carolina has nothing at all to play for, and I think they're going to be very demoralized after blowing the NFC South. Plus, they're 1-6 on the road this year. That number scares me in the dome. So give me the Saints in that game. Number 6, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. I'm staying with the NFC South on this one. This is a meaningless game for both teams. You know what? I'm taking Atlanta in a little bit of an upset. I think Tampa Bay is going to rest some players to get ready for next week, and that's going to play into the hands of Atlanta. I think they get that one last win for Arthur Smith this season. I really just hope Tampa Bay plays Kyle Trask at quarterback because he might make, I don't know, he's going to make Desmond Ridder look like Aaron Rodgers if he plays, okay? So I'm taking the Falcons with my 6th pick. Number 5, it's going to be the New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins. Skylar Thompson against Joe the Statue Flacco. I got to go with Miami in this game. One team has something to play for, and they're at home. You know what? Part of me thinks the Jets will win just to mess up their draft position and to annoy their fans and say, where the hell was this effort the last couple of weeks? I just think the Jets' will is completely broken. If they couldn't come out with a little bit of heart against Seattle when they had a playoff spot to play for, if they came out with no heart, looking like they didn't give a rip, then how are they going to be ready, and why would they give any effort in this game? You know, does the presence of Joe Flacco inspire them? I doubt it. Okay, they've lost 4 straight on the road, the Jets have. Their offensive line is absolutely beat to smithereens. They've got backups at left tackle, right guard, and right tackle. I think it's a low-scoring game, but I think the Dolphins win this game by about 10 points. 16-6 is my score prediction. Number 4, the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. Can you believe people in this economy are actually going to pay money to go to the stadium and watch these 2 teams? Oh, my gosh. Spend some time with your family or do something. Oh, my goodness. Go to church. I don't know. Do something. But the Texans are playing for the first pick in the draft. I can't imagine that they're going to be playing with a whole lot of excitement in this game, although they've been battling lately. The Colts are playing Sam Ehlinger at quarterback, who led Indianapolis by, this is amazing. He led Indianapolis to a touchdown in garbage time last week, and it was the Colts' first touchdown in 21 drives. My goodness. My good. I'm going to say Indianapolis wins this game, and they get one last win for Jeff Saturday in his final game as head coach. All right, 3 to go. I'm going to go with the LA Chargers of San Diego at the Denver Broncos. Now, I'm going to take the Chargers, but I'm doing it very hesitantly. Remember, if Baltimore loses early to Cincinnati, the Chargers are locked into the 5 seed, and if that happens, they've already made it clear they're going to rest their starters. I'll give Denver credit for showing some heart against Kansas City after Nathaniel Hackett was fired. I think maybe that was their last gasp effort for the year. I'm going to take the Chargers, but I am not confident in that pick. But there's 2 games I have a little less confidence in. The Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. Can you believe that it's win and in for Green Bay? They have made a great comeback. I got to give Matt LaFleur credit, all the players. They've won 4 straight, and now they've got a Sunday night game at home against the team that is known for shooting themselves in the foot in the Lions. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of this generation. I don't think the Lions defense is good enough to stop him. I'm going to take Green Bay in what should be a very, very exciting game. I just think Green Bay takes that game late, and they are in and lead the Lions to a little bit more disappointment. And finally, my number 1 game, the game I've got the least confidence in, I got the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I've been struggling with this one. The Steelers do have a shot to make the playoffs. It's a long shot, but it exists. The Browns want to spoil their division rivals' opportunity. I think they got something left to give. We saw it last week against Washington. I told you Cleveland had something left in the tank, and I think you're going to see it again. But I don't think it's enough to win. Even though Cleveland has not swept Pittsburgh in a season series since 1988, if you can believe that. I think Pittsburgh's got just some good mojo going right now. I think it'll be a tight back-and-forth game. I think it's going to come down to probably a last-second field goal or something like that. But I'm going to pick Pittsburgh. I can see it even going to overtime. Tough one to call, though. Well, those are my picks. Let's see how it turns out. Do you have any upset picks? Let me know in the comments. Any games you're feeling particularly confident about? I want to hear it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be making playoff picks as well, so we'll be back with more picks. Don't you worry about it. And I'll see you with more content from you know where, the Wicker Chair.